Ian Pfennigwerth's book, Bravo Zulu, Honours and Awards the Australian Naval People 1900 to 2014, Volume 1, was officially launched by Vice Admiral Tim Barrett on October 20, 2016 at UNSW Canberra at the Australian Defence Force Academy.
To understand where we are going, and I've spoken about where I think Navy is going and should be going, but it is also important that we understand where we have come from. Indeed, I have made it my job as the Chief of Navy to ensure that we get a better understanding and a better recording of everything we do, to promote our own history, but to understand our own views and understand why we do what we do. And whilst some of our history is understood and in some cases reasonably well documented, many of the records have focused really on the actions of the units themselves and task groups rather than on people who themselves give life and purpose to the ships, the aircraft and the submarines that we operate. But what probably sets this book, Bravo Zulu, apart from other historical accounts is its deliberate focus, specific focus on Navy people. It really is about Navy people doing extraordinary things, often in dangerous and onerous circumstances. This is a milestone in documenting the history of the Royal Australian Navy. To all those who researched and produced this book, can I say, as the name implies, Bravo Zulu. With that, can I officially launch, and it took slightly less than 28 minutes, this new book. Thank you, Ian.
First of all, thank you, Admiral Barrett, for officiating at the launch. It has been important during the progress of this and the ultimate success of the project that we've enjoyed your support and your predecessor's support and encouragement. It's been very comforting in dark days, and there were plenty of those, to know that we had top cover. Now, the stories epitomise what the RAN has now codified as its values and signature behaviours. And if you're looking for examples to illustrate those values and signature behaviours, they're all in here. Honesty, courage, integrity and loyalty are all here, as well as people, performance and professionalism, particularly the latter. I'd add two other nouns: resolution, grit to see the job through to the end, no matter what it cost, and secondly, of course, initiative, because you will find in here hundreds of cases where people really used their initiative to overcome problems that seemed insoluble. I don't want to pick on particular groups of people or people because that's favouritism, but I do commend to you who read this the story of the ship's company of HMAS Parramatta, the World War II sloop in a Tabuk ferry run in the Mediterranean in 1941. I find that a very moving story about how everybody rallied round. No matter what they were supposed to be doing, they rallied round to save their convoy, the consort, the members of the consort ship's company were sunk, and of course their own ship. Unfortunately, most of them died quite soon after that in another enemy attack. The second one is that I continue to marvel at the courage and the dedication of the people we sent to Vietnam in the RAN helicopter flight. I think they're not given their due, and I'm not taking anything away from the soldiers who fought at Long Tan, but I do think that equal courage and equal determination under very trying circumstances, always, day by day, in the face of the enemy, as the phrase goes, really needs better recognition. Finally, thank you very much for attending. I have a privilege of presenting to you Bravo Zulu, a history of the Australian Navy based on the deeds and achievements of its people, and thank you for your attention.
The book launch was held in conjunction with the 2016 Goldrick Seminar, co-hosted by the Australian Naval Institute and UNSW Canberra's Australian Centre for the Study of Armed Conflict and Society. Work on preparing Volume 2, covering honours and awards to December 2014, is well underway, with anticipated delivery in early 2017.